here naman para sabihin ano yung good diet, ano yung bad diet. Hello everyone, I'm Coach Louise.
And I'm Coach Ken. We are trained with the TANs. So today, before we start our episode, you'll notice that I have a chip on my tooth. Kasi nagkamali ako during training this week. I hit it with a bar. Tapos gusto ko na siyang paayos pero medyo nakakaparaning yung situation right now. So hindi ko alam kung ilang episodes pa yung ganyan yung ngipin ko. Okay.
Let's just get that out of the way. Okay, so let's put that aside. Today we are going to talk about something that all of us have been struggling with. That is our relationship with food.
So a lot of people, like what Coach Louise said nga, no, they struggle with food kasi there is always that stigma na this is bad, this is good. Mm-hmm. So we want to explain further lang on our side how we attack or
how our process is like with our clients when they want to include dieting and nutrition with their program,
with their coaching.
Okay, so what do we start with when we're doing this with our clients?
So whenever we talk about diet, kasi nga medyo siya sensitive, we always ask for eating plans. Are you guys following a certain specific diet, mm-hmm. or do you have an eating plan na sinusunod? Mm-hmm. So for example, when I was starting out, I followed paleo, talagang mm-hmm. heavily followed paleo kasi CrossFit parang directly related siya sa paleo before, di ba?
That was a thing. If it goes hand in hand, you're doing CrossFit, you're gonna do paleo.
So basically, the paleo diet naman, it's more meat, more fats, tapos yung carbs is good, pero parang it's more from vegetable. Essentially, sinasabi nga nila,
kung anong kinakain ng mga
caveman. Kaya siya paleo diet. Mm-mm. For you? Ano bang...
For me, I've tried numerous, and one of which was, for me, this isn't really a diet, but more of an eating style, and that's IF. And I think a lot of people are doing that right now. So it's you're timing your food or your eating, so may window siya, certain window to it. So far, for me, it's okay kasi that's how my schedule is. Pasok siya, sustainable siya for me.
Ako, trinay ko, wala.
May mga tao talagang hindi para sa kanila yon. And that's okay. Tapos, what else have we tried?
We did also IAFYM, or if it fits your macros. Mm-hmm. So, it's good, pero again, sometimes nga na de-demonize in a way kasi you should only eat this. Parang masyado mo naman win-weigh lahat ng kinakain mo.
Actually, I think what I don't like about IIFYM is nawawala yung point na you're trying to eat good. Kasi, okay naman, pasok naman to sa... not that I'm saying that particular food is bad. But more of, it isn't really...
dense yung nutrients na kinakain mo. Kasi, yes. Okay, pasok naman sa akin 3 donut today.
So, but it works for some.
And then, we also tried the carb cycling.
Carb cycling. I think, for me, that has been the most effective for us.
For us.
That has been the most sustainable and effective. And ilang years na we've been doing it for
4 or 5 years na rin.
So medyo matagal na siya. Kasi we can still eat what we want to eat. Although we try to make it pa rin a point now. Let's try nutrient-dense foods. Instead of calorie-heavy calorie-dense na foods. Yes. So, what else? We tried also keto.
Keto didn't work for us kasi nahilo talaga kami.
Pero we're not here naman para sabihin ano yung good diet, ano yung bad diet. It's just that we've tried a lot. Mm-mm. And what we really want to achieve today, or what we really want to discuss today, is not to say ito yung mga good, ito yung mga bad. Because walang cookie cutter na diet.
Everyone, katulad nga like what we said kanina, di ba? Si Coach Louise, it works perfectly. Hanggang ngayon, nag-IF pa rin siya. Ako, I tried it for a month. Hindi talaga nag-work for me kasi, alam niyo yun. Alam din namang iba kong clients, may athletes, training partners. I wake up sometimes at 4 a.m. just to eat.
Yeah.
Kasi talagang hindi ako makakatulog or nanghihina ako pag gutom talaga ako. So, that window, pag nagutom at a certain time, wala talaga. Kahit 1 month, trinay ko na hindi talaga nag-adjust yung katawan ko.
Since we've talked about the mga different diets that we've tried, ikaw, what has been your relationship with food?
Ako,
kasi different eh. Kung may mga tao makarelate lang dun sa story mo.
Ako kasi ever since I was hard gamer. As in talagang, at least that's what I thought I was until yun inaisa namin yung kain namin, di ba? Pero it was for me kaya din ako tumakaw ng ganito kasi it was always about me getting something in. Pag nag-lose ako ng 3 pounds, ginain ko siya for 2 weeks. Lulungkot talaga ako nun. I have that mindset na kaya kumain, whatever it is. I even went dirty bulking na nga eh. Para lang kumain. So I have that illusion in my head na hindi ako magigain hanggang hindi ako magbababoy.
Just to give them an idea, what was your starting weight and what is your current weight?
So my starting weight, I counted this as my starting weight kasi this is the time I started lifting weights talaga. It was in 18 ako nun, so 14 years ago. Medyo matagal na. I was 125. So it took a while before, siguro it took me a good 4 years pa nga to gain 20 pounds and it wasn't even good 20 pounds, di ba? Medyo may belly pa yung 20 pounds na yun. Wala masyadong muscles.
Because there wasn't a lot of understanding of what certain foods yung kailangan mo.
Na I thought I was eating enough and then hindi pa pala pero kain pa rin ako ng kain until sabi ko, hindi, maganda yung kain ko. Until doon pumapasok yung nutrient-dense food na sinasabi namin na it's not about just calories.
So, can you give me an example? Para lang they have an idea. Ano yung difference ng nutrient-dense foods?
Okay.
Versus
so, calorie-dense.
Sorry, nabubulol ako.
Anything naman na processed is calorie-dense na siya. So, if you'll notice sa likod, pag nababasa niyo yung mga nutrition facts, it's always sobrang calorie-dense. Pero magugulat na kayo, hindi kayo ma-fill up. After 2 hours, 3 hours, wala. Gutom na naman kayo, di ba? Pag nutrient-dense food, mabilis kayo mabusog, marami talaga kayong makakain. If you hit that, let's say, kailangan mo ng 180 grams ng protein for that day, kainin mo ng manok yon, tingnan natin kung hindi ka talaga mabusog. Di ba? Okay, for you, what's your experience naman?
Siguro, I think, yung mga girls mas makaka-relate sa'yo, mas mga guys, kaya that's why I wanted you to share. So for me, I started when I was, trying to diet, pero hindi ako nag-exercise. Hindi naman talaga ako, I wasn't really fat or thin at that point. I was just, nandun ako sa middle. Pero, every time I ate something, before pa to I was into fitness, every time I ate something that I felt like was bad, nagigilty ako. So, babawiin mo siya some other way. Na
hindi
tipo,
ka kakain ng dinner.
Hindi ka kakain ng dinner. Or, hindi na ako kakain after, di ba nauso yung, hindi na ako kakain after 6.
Ganyan.
Pero hindi, parang yun yung siguro yung mga may oras pa akong mag-isip nun. Pero later part of college, wala ka nang, wala eh.
Stressed ka na.
Stressed ka na. So, pero early part of college, yun yung isip mo parang, ay, kumain ako ng ano yung mga uso? Pouchin.
Pouchin, mga siomai rice.
Siomai rice, shucks. Kumain ako nun, so hindi ako kakain
Pancit Canton, mga ganyan, di ba?
So, I think yun think what we see on TV, on the internet, on Facebook was
Instagram, lahat talaga.
Kakain ka ng pinapakita nila yung you have to eat healthy lang. Or else ganito ka. You're not healthy if you don't eat, a salad.
Yes.
So, I think ang sumisira sa relationship natin with food is yung diet culture.
Yeah. The toxic diet culture na we have to be
a certain
way. Na, to be honest, hindi naman natin kailangan yun eh. We don't need to follow a certain way or follow someone na kung ganyan siya kumain, ganito rin dapat ako kumain para maging ganito ako.
Exactly.
There is no mold. Okay?
There's no mold. Yeah, exactly. Kasi if finalo ko, let's say, like a Victoria's Secret model. This is how they eat. Kasi parang there was a time na, how to eat like a Victoria's Secret model. If I followed them, but my lifestyle is very different na nag-lift akong weights.
Nagko-coach ka.
Nagko-coach ako. I'm kids, a mom. It's not gonna be enough for me kasi, pag kung ano lang yung nakikita ko, that doesn't mean na I'll get the same results.
Yun yung sinasabi namin na the diet culture, the toxic one. Kasi what we see in social media, that's not really yun talaga.
Hindi yun
realistic. It's always, syempre, a lot of people will make it look good on social media.
Yeah, even to be honest, kahit tayo, I'm sure meron tayo, pinili natin tong angle na to because mapayat tayo dyan.
Ngipin ko, na nako-conscious ako. Pero
ilang araw niya pong pinagplanuhan.
Wala na akong magawa. Pero di ba? It's
reality.
It's reality. Meron talagang, people will find the best angle for them just to look good on social media. Pero what makes the diet culture very toxic.
What are some of the things that we do to help our clients get through this parang struggle with their relationship with food?
First question we ask, kasi we want to make sure that you have your non-negotiable in terms of your food na, Coach, I need to have this. Okay? The reason why we are asking always for the non-negotiable na food, kasi it's something that hindi mo naman siya completely matatanggal eh. Isipin mo, we have a client as young as 20 years old, tapos mahilig siya sa cake. And then, if we restrict that client, cake na, tanggalin mo na yan, that's why you're gaining weight. What happens in 5 years? Kahit nga in a year eh. 1 year mo siya hindi pa kainin ng cake, what happens with that, diba? Na parang, we are ingraining something na cake is bad. And to be honest, it's not. It's good. Cake is masarap.
Masarap siya.
Diba? Masarap siya. But
it's a matter of
how frequent are you gonna eat it? Diba?
So, when we ask what your non-negotiables are, that doesn't mean na papayagan ka namin
every day.
It's parang, okay, let's try to find a place for that cake. Tapos ipalit natin siya with something. Like, let's say, if you're gonna have cake on that day, maybe we can adjust your carbs a little bit.
Bawasan natin yung carbs.
Bawasan natin siya, kunin natin from there. Para, parang you're trying to find balance. And you're trying to find something that is sustainable for you.
So far, it's working, diba? Lahat sila, kasi if sugar is highly addictive, sobrang addictive siya. Pero once we get to start controlling the sugar intake.
Hindi ka na kinokontrol ng sugar. You're
diba?
Controlling the sugar.
So, yes, we're gonna crave that cake once in a while, but pag nandito na ba yung cake sarapan mo, tumikim ka lang ng isang slice, that's good. Kasi iba, they think that us removing that cake and then biglang maglapag ka ng cake, baka maubos na kagad nila yung isang buong cake imbis na isang slice lang, di ba?
So which brings us also, I think this my next tip would be related to what you're saying is to minimize your opportunity to make bad choices. So if you're craving for that cake, huwag mo na bilhin yung buong cake. Bumili ka lang ng slice.
Or if, for example, like what we always, yun nga, sinasabi natin, what are your non-negotiables? Diba? If non-negotiables mo, chips, diba? Don't store chips sa house. Kasi yes, it's very convenient to buy na chips sa 7-Eleven or kung
sa sari-sari store.
Sari-sari store, diba? Pero diba, kung bibili ka pa sa utak mo, nakakatamad lumabas and everything, that will already prevent you from eating the chips. Opposed to, pumunta ka ng grocery, meron kang storage kagad na yung pantry mo, 10 chips kagad. Diba? Parang sineself-sabotage mo naman din
may self-sabotage ka na kagad.
So, if you can minimize yung opportunities for you to have or make those bad choices,
tinutulungan mo na kagad yung sarili mo.
Oo, natutulungan.
Nakamake ka na kagad ng change.
Na hindi mo na, kasi pinakamalala niyan, yung mga 12 midnight na Netflix, tapos biglang kailangan kang may
parang bigla ka naka-feel ng gutom. Uy, may pansit canton ba tayo dyan?
So, kami, sa household namin, we do buy it. Diba? Syempre,
pero sobrang din eh.
Siguro, 1-2 chip lang. Isa or 2 bag lang. Tapos,
minsan pa, yung naka-roll up pa, naka-clip pa.
Naka-rubber band pa. Hindi mo maubos. Kasi syempre, meron pa ibang tao sa bahay, baka gusto din nila, di ba? Mahiya ka rin. What else?
For me also, I think another thing that they need to do would be to keep a food log or a food journal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we discussed this last time. I think we did.
The accountability.
Yun. So, accountability. So, yun. Nagka-come together lang lahat ng videos namin. So, yan. Another good thing is if you see what you're eating, mas maano ka parang, okay.
Kasi ang bilis makalimot, ang bilis mag-forget na parang this week pala nakatatlong slice ka na ng cake.
Exactly.
Kasi it's easy to forget. When's the last time you had cake? When's the last time you had sweet? Diba? For keeping log, at least alam mo na. Okay, this week, halos isang buong cake na pala yung naubos ko. Dahil, because of that food log, if you're keeping accountability, nakikita mo, but hindi gumagalaw yung weight mo, those things, diba?
Meron kang pagbabalikan mo. And now, you can, log it on your phone. Meron mga MyFitnessPal, madaling makukuha. Which brings us also to the next point. And that is, don't get too restrictive.
Yes.
Because you're setting yourself up for
failure.
Kasi, don't get too restrictive and don't try to change big of a part of your life. So,
yung high na, diba?
Kasi sa simula yan, when you're trying to work out, meron kang high na feel na, I want to overhaul my diet, I want to overhaul my fitness. Tatanggalin ko lahat ng Try to do it a little at a time. Kaya nga, don't get too restrictive. Try to do it a little at a time.
Slowly mo ibawasan yung mga yung sinasabi nating non-negotiables mo. Then you slowly decrease it, di ba?
Bawasan mo. Like, meron tayong client, sabi niya, Coach, kailangan ko talaga milk tea. So, sabi ko, okay naman. Pero let's find a place for it during the week. Wag naman everyday.
Day magmi-milk tea.
Wag naman everyday magmi-milk tea or wag naman, sige nga, isang day ka lang pero nakatatlong milk tea ka sa isang
Diba? So, one more thing na I want to add, diba? With that is, gusto natin sustainable siya eh. Diba? Lagi namin sinasabi, don't be, the reason why we're saying that we don't want it to get too restrictive is because we want you to have a sustainable diet or lifestyle pa rin. Diba?
That's our parang bottom line ever. Ask all of our clients. That has always been our bottom line for them. Kahit, even if they're not training with us, our bottom line would be to find something that is sustainable for them. Kasi pwede namin ipilit naman yung gusto. Totoo lang, we can make someone lose 20 pounds na mabilis, pero
What happens after that?
Would she be able to... Pwede naman namin siya pakainin. Okay, just eat steamed chicken, brown rice, tas hard-boiled egg. Yan, ganyan lang yung meal mo everyday. But no, hindi siya realistic
diba? Hindi siya realistic kasi, di ba, makikita mo, nasa barkada, tas lahat sila nagpipizza, sisig. Tas ikaw, may chicken breast ka lang.
Steamed ba?
Ang lungkot naman. Sila pizza, tapos ikaw, chicken breast, saka celery.
So we always try to find
the balance.
Balance. And we try to meet our clients halfway lagi. Na, ano ba yung mga, what do you usually eat? From there, we're gonna give our feedback. And then nakakahanap kami ng common ground. So, and if hindi, nag-a-adjust. We adjust.
Kasi if it's something you cannot do, for example, your lifestyle doesn't fit it. We have a client na director. So, shoot, nahirapan siya kumain, mga ganyan. Kasi very busy schedule. So, ang hirap naman i-fit na ganito lang yung pwede mong kainin. Kasi pag nag-shoot ka, hindi naman ready kung anong pwede mong kainin yan, di ba? So, laging meron balance. Coach, ito yung available.
Yes.
So, mamili ka na lang doon sa balance na yun na ano bang okay.
Oo. May mga tao talaga, Coach, I am not the type of person that can meal prep. Okay. May mga tao, Coach, wala akong lutuan sa bahay.
Literally.
Oo. So, hanap kami ng common ground. An example would be you can food then buy. We can buy roast chicken. You can buy, may mga mabibili, may mga options ka naman eh.
Yes.
And makakahanap kami ng way para mahanap yun.
Tayong dalawa. If we're gonna give out tips, ako personally, if we're gonna give out tips, one thing I would suggest it's to fill up the protein. Yun. Kasi once you fill up your protein, you will be less hungry.
Hindi ka gaano ng carbs talaga na madami.
Yun isa sa mga natutunan ko.
Although another concern would be mas mahal syempre if you're trying to fill it up. Yung protein.
Mas mahal.
Gahanap ka lang talaga ng ways.
Cheaper proteins. There's eggs, so mga ganyan. What else can you think na if they want to start eating na to have a better eating pattern or ano? What else can
when you look at your plate, yan, syempre importante yung protein. Importante din, medyo magiging struggle to para sa mga tao hindi mahilig sa gulay, pero you really need your vegetables. Tapos saka mo papasok na yung carb source mo. That would be probably rice, ganyan. Kasi if you have your protein, you have your veggies, kahit pa paano, medyo satiated ka na, hindi ka na ganun ka, parang mas may feel mo ng busog ka. So, there's not a lot of need for a lot of rice.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Tapos,
and if busog ka, hindi ka magkikrave for snacks na,
Yung mga delix na snacks na yan na...
nakarami ka na pala.
Oo, di ba? Pa isa-isa pero nakarami ka na. One more thing I'd like to add is, as much as possible natin, no? Since the toxic diet culture is there na nga, di ba? Huwag na natin dagdagan kasi the more stress we have, the more we are gonna look for junk food. Diba?
Ito yan.
Kung yan yung available na food and that's the best you can have, huwag ka na may stress. At that moment, huwag ka na may stress na, shucks, ang pangit ng kain ko. A lot, chances are, dahil doon, may stress ka, lalo pang papangit yung mood mo, yung araw mo. Kasi you would want to fill it up na something that would make you happy.
Feeling mo healthy, gano'n.
Tapos, magiging, yan yung wave niyan.
So yeah.
Papasahin ka, tapos i-stressin ka na naman, tapos papasahin ka, stress.
Another tip yan would be to be kind to yourself. Kasi, ikaw lang naman, you're doing that for yourself. You're not doing it for anybody else.
Don't do it for anybody else.
Makahanap ka din ng something that will work for you. So don't stress yourself too much.
Yes, that's it for today. If you have any questions again regarding anything, so if you have follow-up questions for the diet, you can message us at our
we'll
Instagram.
Gladly help.
Comment below if you have questions, then we'll gladly answer naman.
And that's it. We'll see you on our next video.
Thank you.